guys, so let me tell you, so today I came home. This morning I took my grandma out to her physical therapy appointment, and then I had to come home and take my dogs to the dog groomer, you know. So when I took my dogs out to the dog groomer, I only had 2 leashes. So then I was like, okay, great, and I have 3 dogs. So I was like, okay, you know what, 1 dog wouldn't run away. So I had 2 leashes, and I took one other dog, and we're getting in the car, whatever. And then I was thinking like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna leave the door unlocked. I'm gonna, you know, go and put the dogs in the car first, and I'll come back and lock the door. What happened was I forgot to lock the door. Okay, and I'm not saying like my neighborhood is like that bad, but it is just not good enough to where you don't lock your door, because I know there are some people like that lives in houses where they don't even lock their doors. Like, are you stupid? Neighborhood is just not that friendly. So it is not okay for you to not lock your door, okay? So then when I came back home, you know, like I locked my car door, and I walked to my door, and I was like, oh. And then my door was like, it wasn't wide open, but there was like a gap like this big, and I was like, oh crap. So in my head, I was just thinking like, oh my god, somebody's in my house right now, and I'm gonna be home alone. What am I gonna do? My dogs are not here to protect me. My boyfriend is at work. So in my head, I had so many pictures going on. I was just like, you know what? This is my house. I run this shit. I was like, I'm not gonna leave my house, okay? Because whoever the heck that's in here, you know, they're gonna have to go through me, okay? And it's funny because I always talk to my boyfriend, and I will tell him like, you know, I'll be scared, la la la, like if that happened and stuff. But then it was weird that when it actually came down to it, and I felt like I was at the verge of the end of my life, suddenly I just got sober. And then I did one of the stupidest things ever. Okay, stupidest? Is that a word? Okay, but anyways, I did something so stupid. I walked in the house, I was like, hello? Hello? And I just thought to myself, I was like, if there was really a stranger in my house, are they really gonna be like, I'm here, Weylie? You know, like, I was like, why did I just say hello? So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stroll through my house and go through every closet, every little premises, you know, to find like, I don't know, some crazy creepy man like somewhere up in here. Alright, so then I was like walking up the stairs, you know, I was getting ready, you know, I have my little tight mini dress on, alright, okay, so today I have this tight dress on, and I was thinking like, you know, I'm gonna look like Angelina Jolie fighting somebody, right? Okay, so then I went through every single like room in my house, and I was just prepared. Like every time I opened a door, I was like a beast, okay? I wasn't even being like a little bitch. You know how sometimes like in movies they're like opening doors like that? I was like, bam! And I walked in there, and I opened every door, and I was like, you better get out of there and stuff. Like, I don't know why I was talking to myself, okay? Like, I really thought there was something in my house, but which turns out there really wasn't, unless, yeah, let's hope not. Anyways, I just have to share that with you. I just thought that was funny. Like, just remember to lock your door, okay? Because like when I came home, like I was scared for a second, but I was just like, you are messing with the wrong girl, okay? Like, that's just what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, we're messing with the wrong girl. Like, don't try to mess with me, okay? Like, I will fight you, okay? You better stay out of my house, okay? So sometimes, like, people ask me if I like being tall, because I'm 5'6", weighing 130 pounds, okay? 130 or I'm like 125, 130, really depends. But, you know, sometimes I'm like, you know, Weylie, you are so big. But sometimes I think about it, I like the fact that I'm big. I'm not saying like I'm super big, but like, I do like the fact that I'm tall, and that I'm not muscular, but I'm not just bones, you know? So I was thinking like at that moment when I thought that something, I was gonna have to go through hell and back today, because I was like, oh man, my sister does not come home until 2:30 today. I'm gonna have to fight this person until like my sister comes home to the rescue or whatever. So I was just like, you know what? Today's gonna be the battle of my life. But turns out there was nothing. So I was like, oh. Okay, like in my head I was thinking of all the type of crazy moves, you know, like I remember people saying like, I mean, not people saying, it's common sense, like, you know, if it's a guy, I'm gonna kick him in the balls. If it's a girl, oh, it's going down. That was my day, and I just wanted to tell you guys that. And now I am about to make some Chinese food, yes, and I'm just gonna wait until my sister comes home, and then we're gonna hang out a bit, and then when Wall gets off work, I get to see my boo thing. So yeah, okay, make sure you guys lock your doors.